What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni, and welcome to the, in my opinion, strongest setup in the entire game of War Robots right now and for the next foreseeable future. I'm talking about the Leech with PULSAR. Not Corona and not Storm as most people would probably think. No, because these weapons have an obvious weakness, and that's their range. They have to get close to be extremely efficient, and you've seen we have just done so much damage to this invader that basically he died before I could even finish my reload from the next guy that came around the corner, right? We have done so much damage that I couldn't even finish up the dude. And that's what makes this, I mean, the damage output is insane. The lockdown is insane. And then having the ability to go 600 meters far with full damage output, not like Punishers that lose their damage output the further you go away. The PULSAR hits, pretty much every single shot does full damage. And that's what makes this robot a setup that has literally no weakness, and I'm gonna prove over the course of this video to you in many occasions why I think this is much better than Storm and Corona on the Leech, and therefore the best in-game setup. But before we go into this, I want to show you something new that I've done. I have produced a video, one of a kind, a brand new production with something I've never done before, and I'm gonna show it to you right here. And this is what I was talking about right here, a brand new 360 video camera with a 6K resolution where you can literally look around yourself. You as a viewer can decide where you want to look at. Have my perspective or look at me from the front while I'm flying around. You can even rotate the screen and therefore look around in every direction. It's so cool, man. And I'm gonna show this to you guys in the video, brand new release today. In the upper right corner you'll find it. Please check it out, guys. So we're back here in the gameplay, guys, and I really hope you like this paramotor content. It's a brand new channel that I've just created a couple of months ago. It's super fresh, and I could really help you guys' use you guys' help to boost it and give it a bit of a starting power in case you like the content, and also subscribe to it and, you know, enjoy all the upcoming video releases with me. I'm trying to bring a video every week now, although during winter it might be a bit difficult to fly every week. So, but yeah, let's try and see it happen. And here it is, but guys, look at this. Look how much damage we're doing. This guy, let's go back. This guy didn't even know how much danger he is in until the moment he tried to stealth jump, and before the stealth jump could come up, he was destroyed. So boom kill, and then boom godlike. After that, boom godlike. And you know what follows after the boom godlike? That's right, another godlike. We just need a couple of seconds because this guy has last stand, so it's not as fast as you would think. So we're walking in, last stand released, and this is what I mean with no weakness. We're using our weapon meant for long range, and we are brawling down an ultra dedicated short range brawler with 4 times Halo, the Blitz robot, who even had his ability ready. And why is that possible now? Let's think about back, right? What was the weakness of the PULSAR over and over a while back? It's the ability that the fact that it deals less damage than Storm or Corona at short range. And it still does less damage. But on the Leech robot, you can switch that around and turn the whole thing upside down, because basically what you have is now a robot with 0 weaknesses. You're the best at long range, period. There's nothing that gets even remotely as good as you are with long range. And when you get close and you have someone that outperforms your weapons with Storm and Corona, for example, you just activate the Leech ability and you get 90% damage resistance, and you throw back 50% of his damage to him. And this is what makes this a setup with 0 weaknesses. It's a hybrid that's the best at long range and super insane at short range. It makes Scourge look like a toy compared to that, even in damage output, and then on top of that having the ability to lock down and not requiring any lock on, right? Because that is the big thing that the Scourge has, the big problem, the fact that you have this lock on that you need to deal with as well. So, yeah. Weakness, none. Powers, all of them. The Leech robot. And I think that there may be some people who might be a little bit surprised to hear me picking the PULSAR over Storm and Corona. But this is just the beginning. The next match is going to be completely ridiculous, really insane, and you don't believe how much damage we're going to do in this next match with just this one robot. So I'm going to show this to you guys, and if you like the content and you want to see more, you know, videos like this where I show you a setup that most people are maybe not running around with these days, then subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, guys. And also, hit that notification bell, as you've seen on screen, to be notified about the upcoming videos and giveaways and all that. Oh, and speaking of giveaways, you do know we still have a giveaway going on, right? So it's the second video that I place up here in the notification icon in the upper right corner. I also lead you to the giveaway video in case you haven't yet seen that. It's still going on for 2 more days or 3 more days, so you still have a chance to participate in that one. I'm giving away 25 Phantoms and 25 Leech robots in this one. And the next giveaway will come next month. Maybe during Christmas, maybe I might be allowed to do a bigger one. Oh, and by the way, we're also nearing the 200k subscribers on the channel, which is a huge milestone. And let's see what I can do at 200k. Maybe there's also something crazy that I will be allowed to do with you guys, right? Alright, getting closer here to the enemy. And one thing that I really like to hear is what your opinion is, right? What would you pick as the best Leech robot? Let's assume that all the weapons are Mark II level 12 max. The best modules, Last Stand, Anti-Control, and Damage module, or even Battleborn if you want. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's all maxed. Let's imagine all the robots are fully maxed, okay? Which one would you place over the other? Would you now, after seeing this, pick the Pulsar? Or would you still go with the Storm and Corona because you say this is what your encounters mostly are, ultra short range, and you're not really having these longer encounters? In my opinion, you can't avoid those. It's a random map system. You often get into maps like Canyon, Springfield, Yamantau, or even on Carrier here, as you see. Wait, Dreadnought is it? It's called Dreadnought. Even on Dreadnought, you have these long range, you know? And it's just sick how much you can do with this. Here I was making a mistake. I didn't see that my resistant was just running out. But it's not so bad, because what I jumped into next was really fun. That was his last robot. Boom! Bye-bye, dude. Oh, man. He had no idea that was waiting for him right there. 2.1 million damage, easily scored first. And we did have a decent enemy players in there too, with some really strong Blitz robot with Last Stand, some really strong meta machine as well. May not be in the top 2 or top 3, but it comes really close after the Blitz robot when it's fully with Last Stand maxed and all that. It's a very dangerous thing. But now we're here in the map that I really wanted to show you guys. It's the big one here on Carrier. You see this Blitz robot there? He had full health and his ability ready. And I dropped down his complete health to 30%, and I killed the full shielding. And here comes what makes the weapon with its range so special. You are a suppressor. You're not only a suppressor that suppresses enemy and makes them hide, makes them use their abilities too early, you also deal a lot of damage and you lock them down, and that's what they know. They know they are being locked down and taking a lot of damage. So you will make everybody use their abilities. This is an Ao-Chun, boom, 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 stealth run. This is a Blitz robot, boom, ability activated. This is a Pursuer, boom, stealth activated because he got hit 2 or 3 times from my weapons. And now that the Blitz robot had his ability activated, he's an easy free kill for us afterwards when we lock him down and his ability is gone. You can bait people's abilities so incredibly good with this setup. See this Leech robot there? He's already leeching. We're picking back the Ao-Chun that we have hit before. Now his flight and stealth is gone, so he's taking a huge amount of damage. Meanwhile, the Leech robot has lost its resistance, so we can just absolutely flatten the living heck out of this guy. And there he is, gone. Unfortunately, we're locked down, but since we're leeching, he's not even firing on us. Isn't that insane? This robot is so strong that people don't even want to fire at it. That's so insane because of the leech back ability. Not only do you get the resistance and the range advantage, the damage advantage, the lockdown advantage, and all that, if people fire at you, they take damage, and so they very often will not fire at you. Simple as that. Man, this is, it's really, in my opinion, the strongest setup in the game, period, right now. There is nothing that goes beyond any of that. It's better than any Ao-Chun, in my opinion. It's better than any Ares, Hades, Nemesis, Blitz, or whatever you can think of. This thing outperforms everything. And with no lock-on the Pulsar as well, it's just so super insane. Do you see the impact we have on this map right now? What do you think? How much damage we have done so far? I would assume it's probably about 1.5 to 2 million already, if not more. And we have still only lost 25% of our HP, or 20%. Why? Because we have the range. We have 600 meters range. We don't have to expose ourselves to any danger. We can shoot from second and third line, deal full damage with full accuracy, and we're not taking any damage in return. We're locking down people all over the place, and they will use all their abilities all the time. Like this Aochun right there, being so mad at me that he comes from all over the map. I probably killed him a couple of times, and he's like, okay, you know what? It's enough of this guy now. And I'm like, no man, sorry, but it's enough. It's not enough. I'm still going to continue. He had his flight used, now he spent 40 power cells, and he has last stand, although not a strong one. Still, he gets destroyed, no chance for a second flight, and that's it. And we're still at 70%, I would say, right? Now, this is just one leech with PULSAR. Imagine you have multiple ones of those running around on the map. Imagine you have a squad of 2 or 3 people running this at the same time. You could move anywhere on the map because you're immediately locked down, and when you're locked down, you're dead. This is so crazy. So yeah, again, I would like to hear what you guys place on first. Let me hear in your comments a little what's it called? A list. Your first, second, and third one. Corona, Storm, and PULSAR. Or you can think of other weapons too. Just give me some weapons on the Leech and tell me which one you consider the best, period. And the second best and the third best or something, right? Here we have, for example, a Taran. Leech robot. He's looking at me now, he's leeching at me, so I'm leeching back at him, so that all the damage that he's being basically leeching away is not really damage that I'm going to take, because I also have the resistance. You can leech damage back, and he leeches his back, and he leeches his back, and he leeches his back, and it's like 50% damage. That's always 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and at the end there's like no damage left anymore that's being leeched anywhere. So very interesting thought how this works when 2 leeches leeching at each other, and both of them are taking some damage from something. Yeah, so that's the video right here with the Leech, and also I want to stress again the 360 video that I've made, guys. I could probably set up the 360 camera here somewhere in my room and basically put it on the microphone stand here, and you could look at my face and count the spots. Then you could look down on my fingers and see what I do, and then you turn yourself manually around and look at the screen to see what I'm playing right now. This is something that I could be doing. Tell me also what you think if you want to see me set up the 360 camera for a video on War Robots, maybe. We could do that. It's a War Robots VR. Boom. And of course, there's going to be a review coming with the Rock Phone 2, playing War Robots with a controller maybe, because there are these touchscreen buttons up here that I want to show you that you can assign like a regular controller, and you can play games very effectively with this. Also something that will be coming up, so lots of things you guys can maybe hopefully be looking forward to. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me, you guys are awesome as always. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye bye.